Checking out Utah's opening lineup. Lauri Markkanen is out there with Bailey. Then there's Jusuf Nurkic. Then it's Williams. And it's George in the point guard. And for Indiana, in the front court, the forwards Mathurin and Siakam. Nesmith is out there with Nembhard. And it's Huff in at the 5 down low. And the NBA starting break to enter the third act of the regular season. A lot of teams looking for that extra gear right now.
Yeah, some fans might think that everything is decided at this point of the season, but there's a lot of games left and nothing is written in stone.
George with the bounce pass. Nurkic a screen on Siakam. Markkanen from outside. He can't get that one to fall. And Mathurin has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. Pass to Nembhard. Now Siakam. Over Williams. Hits the jump hook.
And always nice to have an inside-out threat like Siakam. He can have an impact anywhere on the floor.
Outside Markkanen. Here he goes. Over Siakam. Markkanen, good.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Earlier, I spoke with Rick Carlisle. He told me when he was watching film of their opponent, what stood out was Lauri Markkanen's efficiency. Coach said Markkanen doesn't need high usage to be effective. He gets a lot of his points off of movement, and he brings versatility to this offense. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Pass to Nesmith. Here's Huff. He's guarded by Nurkic. Yep, it counts.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Bailey. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Pacers have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Indiana moving it around. Mathurin for 3. Rebound by Nurkic. Utah's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Pass to George. It's Nurkic, top of the key. Here's Bailey. Just 5 to shoot. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Hard to find a more versatile forward, Clark, in this league than Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, and it's been so much fun to see how far his game has come in his decade plus. I mean, he was part of that Toronto Raptors championship team, an up-and-coming young force then, and now he's really refined his game. He's a go-to player. His hustle and defensive gifts are really what stood out early, and he continues to do that well. He's just a terrific top-line player in the NBA. Well, Nembhard can definitely make you pay from the mid-range. The defense has to be better.
Outside, George. Nurkic finds George. Outside, Markkanen. Fires from deep. Another miss by Utah.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And the shot goes in from Siakam.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. He's checked in for Williams. You better keep your hands up if you've been playing with these guys over the past month, because if you're open, they'll find you. Second, Andrew Nembhard.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Collier, coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Here's Markkanen. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And, you know, so often the size of Markkanen overpowers the defense. Even when he gets hit, he still finishes over and through him.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And he's at nearly 90% from the free throw line this season, so having a terrific year.
You know, he's been one of those players, they've won it on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
You know, Greg, in recent seasons, Lauri Markkanen has taken on a leadership role.
And Markkanen has been the featured player on some very young teams, and he's really embraced that role, proving to be a positive influence both on and off the court.
Here's Mathurin, still scoreless. Back to Siakam. Shoots over Markkanen. Siakam's shot is off. And so Nurkic will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. It's a three-point game coming off that loss against the Nets.
And in terms of intensity, they kind of took the night off. Looked like they were just going through the motions.
Yeah, you know, to me, I agree. They just never looked engaged, which is surprising considering how close the game ended up being.
So it's the Pacers now after the three-pointer from Lauri Markkanen. Here's Huff. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Huff's got 5.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Markkanen. 8 points for him. Here's the 3. Buries it from three-point range. Markkanen's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Jazz.
He is in a groove. You can tell he's playing with a lot of confidence.
That's a 2 for Mathurin. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
A young guy who is ready to attack. Mathurin gets the ball and goes straight into his shot.
Markkanen looking it over. From past the arc. And Utah another 3.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
To the left wing. Neesmith finds Nembhard. Mathurin with a screen on George. Now Siakam. Off target from three-point range. Nurkic the pass to George. Now Bailey. Hasn't made one yet. Puts up a 3. Nembhard grabs the board. Indiana trailing here. To the paint. Shots good by Siakam. 6 points for Siakam.
Nice touch there from Siakam to get a hard bucket inside.
Pass to Bailey. Markkanen from outside. It's rebounded by Indiana. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
And so here is Indiana after Lauri Markkanen misses from long range. Neesmith and the 3 off target. For Utah, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Collier, that's good.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
For Indiana, they've gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. And so now a timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. He's checked in for Utah. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Taking a look at Utah. This hasn't been the kind of year they envisioned. Time running out. Siakam with it. He played real well against Atlanta in that last game. Here's the screen. That's a 2 for Mathurin. Gets a very good look and converts. Mathurin's got it all tied up now for the Pacers. Pass to Bailey. Back to George. Now here's Markkanen. Jazz passing it around. And Markkanen throws it down.
So much fun watching Markkanen catch fire like this. He's a capable, efficient scorer who does it at a high rate.
Now, here's Siakam. He's got 6. Now, Nembhard. A 3-ball. And that one is off.
You know he wants that one back, right in his wheelhouse.
And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, on the heels of star Tyrese Halliburton's unfortunate Achilles tear, the Pacers losing starting center Miles Turner in free agency, this is a team that had boasted tremendous depth. And that depth will be tested what amounts to something of a gap year in Indy.
They'll be challenged for certain. And Shams, we appreciate the report. Now, here's Markkanen. 16 points for him. Here's Collier. Down low. And the basket by Bailey. And it's a 7-point Jazz lead.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Siakam passes to Nesmith. Back to Siakam. Shot to stop the run. And the layup is good. 8 points for Siakam.
Fighting through the contact, Siakam. Tremendous finish around the rim.
Here's Collier. He has 6. And it's Bailey in the corner. And the Jazz, another 3.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Pacers trail by 8. Outside Mathurin. Siakam looking around. Jacks up a 3. Filipowski grabs the board.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
To the paint. And he jams it with authority.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team away early, you got to take it.
And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Here are your Indiana basements.
Walker's checked in for the Pacers. T.J. McConnell comes in for Andrew Nembhard. Outside Mathurin. And stolen by Love. Here's McKinley. Guarded by Walker. Here's Collier. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Pacers trail by 10. We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter. A nice shot by Huff.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
Here's Sensabaugh. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Brooklyn. Walker in the corner. To the right side. Siakam inside. Defended by Filipowski. And he makes good on the layup. Siakam's got 10.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Love with the screen on McConnell. Love outside. Here's Collier. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
Yeah, unnecessary. I mean, make them earn those points from deep. Don't give them to them free at the line.
The free throw drops for Collier. And in the summer of 2022, Greg, the Utah Jazz traded away their franchise cornerstones, Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell.
And that signaled the beginning of their rebuild, but they've overachieved for a couple of seasons now that ended last year when they really bottomed out.
That one is no good. And one of the many challenges for a small market team like the Pacers, Greg, going up against that luxury tax.
And they've avoided carrying a payroll Beverly Hills tax, but right when they said they were planning to do just that, the Bucks stunned everyone with the maneuver to secure Pacers center Miles Turner and perhaps let him off the hook.
Shots good by Sensabaugh.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Here's Furphy. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Jazz leading by 10. Lebowski passes to Collier. Here's Sensabaugh. With one on the clock. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Jazz lead by 10. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Utah.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
Isaiah Jackson out there with Jarris Walker. It's T.J. McConnell. Then there's Shepard. And it's Furphy in at the three. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Jackson kicks to McConnell. Pass to Furphy. On the wing, Walker. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Clock at 6. Those three-pointers off the mark. And so George will bring it up for Utah. Last time they met was in Utah.
And whether by design or by accident, they drew so many fouls in that game. Foul trouble for the other side became a huge issue.
And as a result, there was a blowout win. Credit them for initiating contact and forcing the officials to make the calls.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks. The Utah Jazz are going young, but this is a franchise that has a winning history, and that culture is still around. Coach Will Hardy said, the messaging doesn't change. The players have bought into the little things that takes to win. This is a cohesive group that's committed to helping each other. Kevin?
Building the right way. Thanks a lot, Allie. Now, here's McConnell. Nothing on the board. Shots good by Furphy. Furphy's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Pacers.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
Here's Sensabaugh. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Walker the pass to McConnell. Now Shepard. Oh, good on the triple. Pass to Collier. Here's Sensible. Here's Collier. 7 points in the game.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Jackson down low. Defended by Filipowski. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. That's going to send Jackson to the line. That one on Filipowski. And Greg, everyone talks about the importance of basketball IQ. Can you win in the NBA with a low IQ team?
It would be tough. I mean, there's a reason younger teams typically don't win at the highest level. But you need to take those lumps and get that experience and learn from those lessons.
That one misses from Jackson. And maybe more than any team in the West, GA, the Jazz, really committing to the rebuild.
Well, in the West, it seems like you got 13 or 14 teams all trying to win now, and it just doesn't work that way. So it's not just about talent. It's also about timing.
And so here is Indiana following the three-pointer by Utah. Shepard. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Indiana shooting their second free throw attempt on the night.
Second team foul. At the line, for the Pacers, Shepard.
One shot.
One shot.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And here's George. 26 points for him last game against Brooklyn.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line. Really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heel.
Pacers trail by 5. Pass to Shepard. Now Jackson. Siakam up top. Up top, Nembhard. 26 points for him last game against Atlanta. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Jazz leading by 5. To the wing right side. Outside, George. Here's Filipowski. Outside, George. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. And the Jazz lead by 7.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Jay McConnell, he's checked in for the Pacers. And Utah also making a switch. Markkanen's checked in. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Pass to McConnell. And here is Nesmith for the 3. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. Nesmith has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now, here's George. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Now, Siakam. After Lowry Markkanen misses from long range. Siakam, high post. Markkanen on him. Just 5 on the clock. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Siakam.
When he is locked in like this, points just seem to flow from Siakam no matter where he is on the floor.
Pass to Collier. Markkanen a screen on Nembhard. outside. George. Over McConnell. The shot by George, no good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. To be out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Siakam outside. Can't tie it up as that one misses. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Sensabaugh. Lets it go from 11. Good as the jump shot falls. Sensabaugh's got 5 points in the quarter. McConnell scanning the floor. Siakam outside. Back to McConnell. Over George. A shot by McConnell, no good. Utah leading by 4. Pass to George. Jazz passing it around. Here's Sensabaugh. Missed the shot. He's made 3 and missed 3 from the field. Now McConnell. No scoring in this one. Siakam left side. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, the numbers speak for themselves. Siakam showing great versatility on the offensive end.
And despite all the accolades, GA, is it possible that Pascal Siakam is underrated?
Absolutely. Spicy P is one of the best two-way players in the league. Exceptionally versatile, and his impact goes beyond his impressive stat line.
Now, here's McConnell. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Puts one up from 19. A shot by Nembhard, no good. The Jazz with the lead. Pass to George. Left side, Markkanen. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. Markkanen's got 19 points.
Boy, he strikes again from range. His 4th in this game after draining 3 in the first period.
Now, here's Siakam. Drains it from beyond the arc. Siakam's got 17.
Siakam not going to let them just own the three-point line. He's returning fire with a vengeance.
To the middle. And Markkanen throws it down.
They put it up, and Markkanen just powers it through.
Pacers trail by 4. McConnell passes to Jackson. Here's Nembhard. Lays it up off the glass. Nembhard's got his second basket of the game.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And George kicks to Markkanen. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Filipowski, guarded by Jackson. Filipowski passes to Collier. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. Buries the long-range jumper. Markkanen's got 8 points in the quarter.
He has been dropping bombs since the tip. 3 triples in the first quarter, 2 more since then.
Pass to Siakam. Lets it go with the 3. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
He's trying to carry them back into this game. He's absolutely feeling it this quarter.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Indiana making some changes. Buffs jacked in, and it's Benedict Mathurin in for T.J. McConnell. Here's Clayton. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. At the elbow, Nurkic. Three-pointer, Markkanen. Pacers with the rebound.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Jazz. And finished off by Nurkic.
And uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big.
Pass to Neesmith. They set the pick. And here is Siakam. Shoots the three. And another three for Indiana.
I love what he's done in this first half, at least so far. Increasing confidence every time down the floor. You can see it.
2 minutes.
Now Bailey. Defended by Mathurin. Nurkic a screen on Mathurin. Bailey misses.
Really good work by the defense to protect the rim and alter the shot.
Neesmith finds Nembhard. Back to Neesmith. Indiana moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6 from outside the arc. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen. Utah has gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Pass to Mikhailuk. Now Markkanen. There's the three. No good there.
I think everybody in the building expected him to make that collective shot.
Here's Neesmith. Good, and a nice assist from Siakam. Neesmith has got 5.
Neesmith very efficient in the catch-and-shoot situation.
Here's Clayton. He has yet to score. Markkanen passes to Mikhailuk. There's the triple. That one's in. His first shot this game. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Siakam against Markkanen. Goes back up. Nembhard for 3. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Pass to Mikhailuk. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Three-pointer, Markkanen. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Here's Nembhard. Huff passes to Neesmith. Here's Siakam. That one falls. And now it's a 3-point Indiana lead. Pascal Siakam getting it done for the Pacers. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now up front with momentum behind them. Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm here with Coach Rick Carlisle. Coach, what's the message that you're going to deliver to the guys in the locker room?
You know, we just got to maintain energy. We're playing against a team that's a really good team. We got to keep turnovers down. We got to rebound.
Energy is something you can control. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thank you. And folks, we'll be back with you right after this halftime break.
Hello, folks. Is this the halftime show? Yes, it is. And kicking it off, let's quickly look at the Western Conference standings.
And taking a look at Utah, they hear the clock. Trying to coast through the season straight into the playoffs? Not how it works, fellas. They don't have the talent to pull that off. The effort has got to be there.
And let's review how things are going for the Jazz. They find themselves in a tight one here at the half.
We've talked about it in the past. They have a deep rotation that allows them to play matchups.
So why aren't they ahead in this game? And I'll tell you why. The starters have to do more.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Pascal Siakam in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
Pacers leading by 3. Getting underway here in the second half. Here's Will Hardy's 5. They've got Markkanen. George is out there with Williams. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Bailey in at the small 4. Here's Mathurin. 3-pointer. Rebound by Williams. Bailey passes to George. He gets that one. George has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Jazz. Siakam with it. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
On the wing, George. Nemhard covering. And here's George. Inside. Here's Nurkic. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. And the Jazz lead by 1.
With excellent footwork, Nurkic remains effective in those pick-and-roll situations.
A nice shot by Huff. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thank you, Kevin. Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, "When someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri." Back to you.
Ooh, that's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Good on the shot. Mathurin's got 6 points.
And inside, Mathurin makes great use of his agility, developing some instincts for how to get around in traffic.
Now, here is George. Outside, Markkanen. Pass to Nurkic. 5 on the clock. Nails the baby hook. And that's now 6 points for Nurkic.
They've come out hot this second half, hitting 3 of their first 4 shots.
Nemhard is screen on Williams. Now, here's Siakam. Fires the 3. Rebound by Nurkic. Utah trailing here. Outside, Markkanen. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. It's going to be on Siakam.
Impressive awareness from Markkanen. I mean, down on the block there, really good job of using his height to get his shots off.
Shooting 1.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. To take a look at the Pacers, this season has been a struggle for them. They're down at the bottom of the conference.
I think for the Pacers, they have been one of the major surprises in the NBA this season. Unfortunately, for the wrong reasons.
And, you know, any fixes they've tried during the season have only compounded their problems.
Outside, Mathurin. Now, Nemhard. He's got 7. Here's Siakam. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Siakam's got the game tied up here for the Pacers. Pass to Bailey. Here's Markkanen, covered by Siakam. Chalk up 2 there. Markkanen's got 29 in the game.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Back to Nembhard. Up and in on the layup. Nembhard's got 9.
Working hard in the paint, Nembhard knows you got to bring it down low.
Outside, George. Nurkic setting the pick for George. Six to shoot, and George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
And the Jazz making a change here. Collier's checked in. Now, here is Siakam. He's got 27, and the baseline jumper no good. Markkanen passes to George. And the layup's good off the glass. 6 points from Keontae George.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all 3 levels.
Outside, Mathurin. Siakam outside. Some nice passing here by Indiana. This one for 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Mathurin's got 5 points in the quarter.
He'll mix one in here and there. Mathurin stretches the floor that way, making the defense respect his 3-ball.
George sets a screen. Outside, Markkanen. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Neesmith, the pass to Nembhard. Siakam, a screen on George. Siakam finds Neesmith. Mathurin for 3. A rebound by the Jazz. Markkanen's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Collier. Back to George. Markkanen sets the pick for George. That 3 off the mark. Pacers have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Here's Nembhard. He's got 9. Siakam inside. Markkanen on him. A shot by Nembhard and nobody around. No good from outside. Jazz have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. There's always a need for shot makers in the NBA, GA, and that's what Ace Bailey brings to the floor.
Bailey has a smooth jumper with a high release point that allows him to shoot over just about any defender. And when you pair that with his physical tools, his upside is through the roof.
Mathurin with a screen for Nembhard. Here's the screen. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Here's Neesmith. From down in the low post, it goes. Neesmith has got 7 points in the game.
Putting in that work near the block. Neesmith playing winning basketball.
Here's Collier. 7 points in the game. Outside, Markkanen. No good on the 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Bailey. Nembhard covering to the inside. Here's Markkanen, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Boy, in this day and age of how the game is played, Markkanen's skill set, hand and glove fit, superb in spacing the floor with his shooting stroke.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good for Markkanen. The Pacers making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. And he makes the first, but misses the second.
Yeah, one more make would have been nice, but they do walk away with the lead.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. So it'll be Benedict Mathurin shooting. Keontae George picks one up. The chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
They're doing damage from the mid-range. Not sure if that was the game plan or if they're just taking what the defense gives them. But thus far, it's paying off.
You've also got to commend them for how they've attacked the basket. They've been aggressive. They've not settled and have consistently gone at the rim.
And I like the drive of this kid. Mathurin, really a team player.
Outside, George. The Jazz with another miss.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Nembhard the pass to Jackson. Now Mathurin shoots over Markkanen. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And it's a 4-point Pacer lead. Utah has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And George kicks to Markkanen. Pass to Collier. Picked by Markkanen. Takes a three. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Huff's got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the middle. Stolen by Markkanen. Outside, George. Outside, Markkanen. That ball's nice lead that time from George. Markkanen's got 12 points now in the quarter.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Mathurin finds Nesmith. It's Nembhard on the wing, defended by George. On the clock, and it's Andrew Nembhard with the three. Nembhard's got 12 points in the game. Jazz trail by 4. Outside, George. Three-pointer, Markkanen, and the Jazz with another three.
He's absolutely killing it from outside.
Indiana's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Outside, Mathurin. Shot from the top of the key. For 3. Filipowski grabs the board. Filipowski's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Collier. He has 7. Right side, George for the lead. Knocks down the 3 ball. 9 points in the game so far.
The defense a step slow. You can see the results.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Now here's Jackson. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. They set the pick. Mathurin for 3. Pass to Nembhard. A second chance effort. Utah with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. Filipowski passes to Collier. Here's Sensabaugh. Here's Collier. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Here's Nembhard. 12 points for him. Filipowski grabs the board. Filipowski's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
type of shot, Keontae George can hit it. More than capable of scoring at all three levels.
It's his first trip to the line.
For Utah, George at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. The Jazz making a switch here. Hendricks is checked in. And George drops them both.
When you send somebody like him to the line, it's pretty much easy money.
Jackson setting the pick here for Siakam. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Here's Collier. He has 7. Here's Sensabaugh. Pass to Collier. And here's George. The tray nailed from three-point land. George has got a pair of threes now here in the third for Utah. Siakam outside. Walker in the corner to end the cold streak. No good on the shot. And so it's Utah headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We come back right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Siakam and Jackson make up the inside pair. Shepherd out there with T.J. McConnell. And it's Walker in at the 3 slot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Now, here's McConnell. Jackson passes to Shepherd. And here's Walker outside. The three-pointer is right on target. Walker's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pass to Filipowski. Inside. Shot's good by Sensabaugh. And the Jazz lead by 6.
Well, they count on big-time production from him at the offensive end.
McConnell passes to Shepherd. That's good, and it's McConnell with the assist.
Boy, McConnell, such a heady playmaker. That's a nice pass there.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. McConnell against George. Here's Sensabaugh. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Siakam left side. Back to McConnell. Just 5 on the clock. On the wing, Walker. Offline with his 3. Jazz leading by 6. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Collier, that's good.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Now, here's Siakam. Basket, good. Siakam's got 29 in the game.
I think this is where Siakam wants to operate most times, using his size and touch to score inside.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. And Indiana making a change here. Off's checked in. Markkanen, he's checked in for Utah. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
I was able to listen in on what Will Hardy was going over with his team. He told his guys, quote, "Do not get complacent. No coasting to the finish line here. Stay on the gas, keep the energy up, and close it out." Coach doesn't just want them to hang on to this lead. He wants them to extend it.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Now, here's George. Outside, Markkanen. George finds Markkanen. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And it's Collier missing.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Siakam outside. Here's the floater. He lays it in. And now it's only a 5-point Jazz lead.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Filipowski in the corner. Here's Collier. Another miss by Utah. And Walker's got the ball here for the Pacers. Now, here's Siakam. Count the basket and the foul. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
Impressive move that time. Siakam getting it to fall and gets a chance for a three-point play.
Mikhailuk's checked in for Collier.
At the line, for the Pacers, Pascal Siakam. One shot.
And the free throw, no good.
Well, the physical tools are obvious in Siakam. Agility, speed for his size, length, and he actually couples that with a well-rounded skill set. He really is one of those guys that can do a little bit of everything for you.
Baseline jumper. It's hauled in by George. Utah leading by 6. Here's Filipowski. Count it.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Siakam. Utah with the rebound. Outside, George. Looking for Filipowski and gets it there.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleep.
Now, here is George. Markkanen with it. Outside, George. Off target from three-point range. Pacers trail by 10. Here's Siakam. The kick out to Walker. And that time, also a missed shot. The Jazz have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. And a moment to check out now what Utah has coming up. On Sunday, they'll face off against Brandon Ingram and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Pascal Siakam and the Indiana Pacers.
You know, it might sound cliche, but a road trip like this one is a great time for this team to build chemistry on and off the court. Chemistry absolutely matters in the NBA, and these are the kinds of opportunities teams need to build.
And the first one drops.
And good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half. Doing a great job at the line.
Some changes for Indiana. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Jarris Walker. Neesmith comes in for Shepard. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. No good on the second free throw. And for the NBA, anytime there's a blip in the ratings, Clark, you've got those who will begin to criticize the state of the game. Do you find any credence there?
I think in many cases it's a bit of an overreach, an attempt to try to define something simply that's more complex, to have a simple answer for a complex situation. I do think the league is very much
good. Another from three.
He's scorching hot. Another three.
And he's approaching the franchise record for threes in a game. Pass to Siakam. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
no luck for him this half after being outstanding from outside the arc in the first half.
Markkanen against Mathurin. Nurkic the best of Filipowski. From deep, George, and Utah another three.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
Pass to Nembhard. Here's Neesmith. From outside, off the mark. Jazz leading by 15. Now, Filipowski, covered by Siakam. Filipowski passes to George. Here's Nurkic, and there's another one for the Jazz.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Siakam outside. Pass to Mathurin. To end the run. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Back to George. Markkanen from outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Markkanen's got 45 points.
No, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Pass to Siakam from deep. Rebound, Utah. George has got 6 rebounds in the game. Now, Nurkic. And here's George. Markkanen inside the line. It's rebounded by Indiana. Siakam's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. To the paint. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
Now George. Pass to Markkanen. Lets the three fly. Connects again from distance.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game. For 3, Siakam hits it from three-point range. Siakam's got 11 in the second half. And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He knows every possession is critical now.
Here are your Indiana placements.
Williams, he's checked in for Utah.
Great dance team, they're amazing. Thanks, everybody.
And so George will bring it up for Utah. They led by as many as 18 points. Here's Bailey, defended by Mathurin. And he gets that one to go.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And those are two loud points. Siakam flushes it without much effort.
Nurkic outside. Now George. Outside Markkanen. Outside George. Misses the three. Pacers trail by 15. Here's Siakam. Oh, softly lays it in.
One of his specialties on display there. A nifty lead pass.
There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Nurkic a screen on Siakam. Now Nurkic. Outside George. Markkanen a screen on Nembhard. George, three, good.
And developing that three-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
Here's Huff. Here's Siakam. From 8. Nurkic there for the rebound. Jazz leading by 16.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Utah.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with one game left against this squad.
And believe you me, they'll be gunning for the sweep in that third meeting.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Lauri Markkanen.
Absolutely tremendous offensively. Relentless, accurate, on point. What a night.
And so it's Indiana with it. It's a 16-point game. Here's Siakam. Now Nembhard puts up the three, and there's the three.
That was the right call by Nesmith that time, sending it back outside where the defense wasn't.
So it's Utah easily grabbing the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
So now, let's send it over to the sideline where Allie LaForce is standing by with our player of the game.
Lori, some efficient shooting for you tonight. How comfortable were you with the looks you were getting?
It was good. Teammates kept finding me. I think I had good looks and can't really say much. Just try not to think about it too much and just let it go.
Just play the game the way it should be. Congrats on the win, Lori.
Terrific, Allie. Thanks. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. And so now, for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Lauri Markkanen.